What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video, and join us now as we look at the wildest wrestling news and rumors you need to know, including the Tearful tribute to Mr. Brodie Lee, an update on the TNT Championship status, Eve Torres is confirmed for a return, WWE wrestlers comment on AEW's tribute to Brodie Lee, Erick Redbeard debuts, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, our first story is the tearful details of AEW's tribute to Mr. Brodie Lee last night. Now, AEW held its Brodie Lee Celebration of Life on the 30th December edition of Dynamite, with wrestlers and other AEW personnel sharing their memories of the beloved wrestler. The program featured a variety of matches, with members from the Dark Order appearing in each one. It also featured tape segments and in-ring segments where wrestlers talked about their friendship and respect for John Huber, the man who played Brodie Lee and Luke Harper. One of the show's highlights was Brodie Jr.'s presence at ringside and the moment when he got revenge on MJF during the match between Hangman Adam Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds versus the Inner Circle's MJF, Santana, and Ortiz. MJF taunted Brodie Jr. throughout the match, but he got his comeuppance when Brodie Jr. blasted him with a kendo stick. In typical heel fashion, MJF later tweeted, "F that kid." The show featured so many emotional moments, ranging from Jon Moxley's recollection of life on the road with Lee, Cody's stirring speech about Brodie's legacy as a wrestler and a man, a powerful video tribute that aired at the conclusion of the show, and Brodie Lee Jr. wearing a Dark Order mask and appearing as -1. Brodie Jr. entered the ring with his mom and left his dad's wrestling boots in the ring as AEW President Tony Khan named Brodie Lee as the greatest TNT champion of all time. That segment really got me. AEW retired the current TNT Championship design for Brodie Lee in his honor. Tony Khan also presented 8-year-old Brodie Jr., who is now officially signed to AEW with the TNT Championship, proclaiming him champion for life. AEW has announced it's retiring this version of the belt, but not the championship itself. During the Dynamite post-show, Tony Khan handed Tony Schiavone a note that read, "The particular belt that was given to little Brodie tonight has been retired, not the TNT Championship itself." Erick Redbeard also debuted. The emotional episode also saw the AEW debut of Brodie Lee's friend and former tag team partner Erick Redbeard, who competed in the WWE as Erick Rowan. Redbeard entered the ring during the Dark Order's match against the Inner Circle, running Wardlow off when he tried to interfere on MJF's behalf. Guest color commentator Chris Jericho accidentally called Redbeard by his WWE name Erick Rowan more than once, leading to Tony Schiavone correcting him. Naturally, this puts AEW in a little bit of a tricky situation, as the name Erick Rowan is the WWE's intellectual property. However, as Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio, it shouldn't be a problem. Chris Jericho, is not supposed to say Erick Rowan because WWE owns it. I sure hope WWE doesn't do anything about it. I don't expect it, because it would be the worst of the worst for them to do that. Please do not do that, but yeah, you're not supposed to say Erick Rowan on that show. Redbeard later returned to the ring holding a sign that read, "Goodbye for now, my brother, I'll see you down the road," and cried as he held it up. According to Ringside News, this was a one-night only appearance for Redbeard, but that could change later down the line. WWE superstars commented on AEW's tribute as well. AEW's tribute to Brodie Lee seemed well received by both fans and wrestlers. Here are some of the comments by WWE superstars concerning AEW's Brodie Lee A Celebration of Life. Daniel Bryan tweeted, "That was beautiful. I cried numerous times. Thank you so much for honoring a man we loved, and thank you for honoring his family in such a special way. I love you, Brodie, and we will all miss you." Kevin Owens simply tweeted, "That was wonderful." Sasha Banks also tweeted, "Thank you, Brodie Lee will always love you and your family forever." Trish Stratus added, "Well done to all involved at AEW. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee." And Hurricane Helms tweeted, "Emotional night. It'd be nice if we could all continue the positivity and love moving forward. We shouldn't need a loss to remind us of what we have together." Whilst many people put their tributes on Twitter, Natalya made a special tribute and renamed her move in honor of Brodie Lee. There are a number of tributes being made to Brodie Lee, and WWE superstar Natalya is honoring her friend in a special way by renaming one of her moves after him. After Biggie reminded Natalya of Brodie's humorous rivalries with the WWE's female athletes, Natalya tweeted, "This made my day. I'm gonna rename the spinning lariat after Brodie." No word on what Natalya's Natty by Nature move will be rechristened to, but what do you guys think it should be renamed to? Let us know in the comments down below. One thing AEW did though was made the memory last. Now, AEW aired a tribute video for Brodie Lee set to Tom Waits' song All 55, and after the show, Tony Khan tweeted that AEW has already made sure Waits' song will be used with the video forever. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight on AEW Dynamite to celebrate the life of John Huber, known to fans as Mr. Brodie Lee. It was a great honor to host his family Amanda, Brodie and Nolan. I brought the rights to All 55 by Tom Waits in perpetuity, so that tribute will last forever. Many times a promotion will use a song for a pay-per-view or video, but only buy the rights to the song for a short amount of time, resulting in another song replacing it and most likely diluting its impact. Thankfully, not the case with this one. Next up, AEW is changing its New Year's Smash show. AEW moved its two-night New Year's Smash edition of Dynamite due to its decision to air the tribute show to Brodie Lee. Now, Ringside News' Felix Upton has announced the promotion is adding matches to the event. AEW added Pac vs Eddie Kingston to the first night of the two-night New Year's Smash event. That is not the only match the company added, as they beefed up the upcoming show with rivalries. Mito will also take on Chuck Taylor of the Best Friends. Trent is out of action with an injury, so Chucky T will battle alone. Also, the company added Britt Baker vs Thunder Rosa to the card. Next up, Booker T criticizes Sting's decision not to join WWE. A number of WCW stars entered the WWE after McMahon bought out WCW, including Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Bill Goldberg, Scott Steiner, and Booker T. However, Sting did not enter the WWE until late in his career, a move which Booker T recently criticized during an interview with Chris Van Vliet. The five-time WCW champion discussed why Sting didn't sign with the WWE. Sting did an interview. He said the reason he never went to WWE was because of the way they treated Booker T when he first got there. He said, "I was disrespected by The Rock when I first got there. I should have been treated better." And what he was talking about when me and Rock, we did our angle and The Rock goes, "Who are you?" And I go, "My name is..." He goes, "It doesn't matter what your name is." Booker T explained that The Rock was just playing his character and that there was no disrespect involved. The two-time Hall of Famer then added, "For him to miss out on 15 years maybe of time because of that angle I did with The Rock, I thought that was very, what word should I use, because I don't want to disparage him or anything like that, but I just thought that was a very unwise thing to do." As fans know, Sting returned to the WWE for a short run in the promotion from 2014 to 15 before entering the WWE Hall of Fame in 2016. With Sting now in AEW, the chances of him wrestling another match seem quite likely. And finally, Eve Therese confirms a return. And last but not least, the WWE has announced another name for the 4th January Legends Night edition of Raw, with 3-time Divas champion Eve Therese joining Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Kurt Angle, Beth Phoenix, Tori Wilson, Big Show, Jacqueline, Booker T, Sergeant Slaughter, Tatanka, Jeff Jarrett, Jimmy Hart, Ivory, Carlito, Boogeyman, Melina Mark Henry, and Alicia Fox for the first Raw of 2020. The show will also feature Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against Keith Lee. But there you have it, guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, and our second to last video of 2020. Be sure to tune in tonight where we've got a top 10 list. And believe me, this is a good one. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time, or next year, for some more wrestling content.